On 23rd of October 2019, Sourav Ganguly became the president of BCCI. Sourav Ganguly, who was one of the best captains in Indian cricket, now holds the top position in BCCI, and many media outlets in India began reporting Sourav Ganguly's appointment as the end of Ravi Shastri's role as the head coach of Indian cricket. The rift between Sourav Ganguly and Ravi Shastri is one of the oldest and the most controversial spats in Indian cricket in recent years. So in this episode of What the Fuck Went Wrong, we are going to trace this rift back to when it began. We are going to analyze what happens to Ravi Shastri now that Sourav Ganguly is the president of BCCI, and we are going to analyze the facts about why and how this has affected Indian cricket. Before we begin, this is just a disclaimer that this is just an analysis of the facts in the public domain. I mean, no hatred towards Ravi Shastri, Sourav Ganguly, Indian cricket, or any other cricketer I mentioned in this review. So, welcome to this episode of What the Fuck Went Wrong. As always, if you like watching more episodes in this series, the link to the video playlist is in the description and in the cards as well. This episode, we are going to explore Sourav Ganguly versus Ravi Shastri, and let's begin. Before we go into analyzing how and what happens now to Ravi Shastri after Sourav Ganguly's appointment, we have to analyze how this rift began. We have to go back to 2016 when Anil Kumble was chosen ahead of Ravi Shastri as the head coach of Indian cricket. After India's exit from the 2015 World Cup, Ravi Shastri was appointed as the team director, which is the de facto coach of Indian cricket for a period of 1 year. When in 2016 the turn came to choose a new coach for Indian cricket, an undesirable controversy was ignited by a disappointed Ravi Shastri after getting rejected for the post of head coach. He behaved like a little kid whining about the judge after losing a race to a better competitor. Days after Anil Kumble was chosen ahead of Shastri as the head coach for a period of 1 year, Ravi Shastri lashed out at Sourav Ganguly with a series of controversial statements for skipping his interview. He said that a member of the committee wasn't present and that was disrespectful for the selection process. A person was disrespectful of a candidate who he was going to interview. He was disrespectful to the job he was entrusted with. Next time, be present in a meeting, especially when it is as important as this one. However, Sourav Ganguly did not hold back and he responded to Shastri's tirade against him. He said he felt saddened and surprised at Shastri's personal attack on him and thought his words were said with little knowledge of the entire scenario at the time of the interview. He said, "I just feel that the comments are very personal, and if Ravi Shastri feels that I am responsible for him not being the coach of India, he is living in a fool's world." He responded to Shastri in a typical style and had a piece of advice to counter it. "I say this with anger that my counter advice to Shastri is that he should have been present physically and not holidaying in Bangkok for such an important event. Ravi should have shown some more maturity before going public about it." Now, while this is what both of them said, we should dig into the facts to make a better judgment of this. Ravi Shastri's interview was scheduled for 4:15 p.m. on 21st June. But since the initial presentations and interviews took more time than expected, Shastri's turn to present came at 5 p.m. Sourav Ganguly had already informed the BCCI officials in advance that he would be attending the Cricket Association of Bengal's meeting between 5 and 6:30 p.m. and was granted permission. It was decided that the committee would continue with the interview process during his absence, and Ganguly would be briefed of Shastri's presentations by the other members of the panel, which was Sachin Tendulkar, VVS Lakshman, and coordinator Sanjay Jagdale. Sourav Ganguly was already in Kolkata and he had just left to attend another important meeting. Ravi Shastri was taking time out of his holiday to interview for the job. He was interviewed via Skype while holidaying in Bangkok. It's one of the most high-profile jobs in the country. He's being paid 8 crores a year now for his head coach job. And we can understand family commitments, we can understand emergencies, but not holidays on the beach in Bangkok. If Ravi Shastri goes out and calls Sourav Ganguly disrespectful for his absence during the interview, Shastri can also be labelled as disrespectful to the job he was entrusted with for being absent physically on the day of the interview. And most importantly, Anil Kumble did not get the job because Ganguly was in the room when he presented to the advisory committee and absent when Shastri had the turn. Anil Kumble got the gig because he is the best man for the job. So this was the beginning of the entire rift. A very public fallout in 2016 was analysed and jeopardized by the media, by the cricket committee, and most people sided with Sourav Ganguly because he did the job he was entrusted with. He chose a good coach for Indian cricket. So this was the end of the controversy in 2016, and Anil Kumble got the post of the Indian cricket head coach. But now we move forward to 2017 when the public spat between Anil Kumble and the Indian captain Virat Kohli made Anil Kumble quit as the coach of Indian cricket. Fast forward to 2017 when Anil Kumble and Virat Kohli had a very public fallout which led to Anil Kumble being removed from the post of the Indian head coach. Soon afterwards, a new committee which did not include Sourav Ganguly in it decided that Ravi Shastri will be the head coach of Indian cricket for a period of 2 more years. That is when the rift started getting traction back again, and Sourav Ganguly and Ravi Shastri had another few public statements which I can basically summarize into the fact that Sourav Ganguly does not believe that Ravi Shastri was doing his job as diligently as the Indian coach. Even many cricket pundits believe that Ravi Shastri has just been in the post of the coach because he allows Virat Kohli to have a free reign on the Indian cricket team. Many reports have come out that professionalism has been missing from the team when they are out on tours. For example, when Anushka Sharma attended a meeting as Virat Kohli's wife, where no other cricket players' wives and families were invited. Many such instances came into light in the last couple of years, and that is the reason when Sourav Ganguly became the president of BCCI, the spat was reignited. Soon after Sourav Ganguly being appointed as the president, a news outlet questioned Sourav Ganguly about what will happen to Ravi Shastri and has he spoken to him since he became the president. The response that Sourav Ganguly gave was as witty as you would expect. He asked why, what has he done now? While this might sound funny and witty, the ultimate position of power now holds with Sourav Ganguly, and he is in a position to affect how Ravi Shastri works as the coach of Indian cricket. Let's move on to the final part in this video where we analyze how this rift and spat between Sourav Ganguly and Ravi Shastri has affected Indian cricket and how Sourav Ganguly as the president can now work on to fix this broken relationship and make sure that the Indian cricket succeeds in this whole situation. Ever since Ravi Shastri became the coach of Indian cricket, reports of unprofessionalism, reports of Virat Kohli having a free reign over the team have come out in the open. The biggest problem that Sourav Ganguly has also spoken about is that while the Indian cricket team has been performing well, in fact phenomenally in bilateral series, we have yet to win a major tournament since the 2013 Champions Trophy, where MS Dhoni was the Indian cricket team captain. Sourav Ganguly has made it very clear that he wants to focus on the Ranji team and on making sure that the Indian cricket team wins at big events, and Ravi Shastri, who is now earning 8 crores an annum to coach the Indian cricket team, will have a tough task ahead of him because he will have to directly fight and confer with Sourav Ganguly to justify his role in the Indian team. Sourav Ganguly has not hidden the fact that he does not approve of Ravi Shastri's work ethic, he does not approve of the way that Ravi Shastri functions with the Indian team, and Sourav Ganguly, being the man of his word, will definitely work out to understand and work with Ravi Shastri, Virat Kohli and the other member of the Indian cricket team. The conclusion to this part is simple. Ravi Shastri, though, was appointed as the head coach in 2017 by the CAC. Ever since the appointment of Sourav Ganguly as the head of BCCI, Ravi Shastri has come out and spoken that whatever differences he had with Ganguly back then are no longer relevant now, as both have moved on from that unfortunate episodes. Ravi Shastri and Sourav Ganguly are both former captains of the Indian cricket team, and there will be arguments in the way both of them decide to function. Everyone is not on the same page all the time, but there is mutual respect. Many fans have been reacting to Sourav Ganguly's elevation as the president of the BCCI, and they wonder what will happen to Ravi Shastri now. As long as Ravi Shastri and Sourav Ganguly can look eye to eye and focus on the betterment of Indian cricket, even though there are rifts and differences between them, they should not be affecting the performance of the Indian cricket team. And there is one thing that I and anyone who knows Sourav Ganguly's work ethic, his leadership qualities, can be sure of, that regardless of whatever happens between his relationship with Ravi Shastri, Indian cricket is always going to succeed with Sourav Ganguly at the helm. Sourav Ganguly is one of the best captains in Indian cricket. He was the one who built a young team. He was the one who brought out superstars like Virendra Sehwag, Yuvraj Singh, Harbhajan Singh while they were just youngsters. And Sourav Ganguly has made it very clear to Ravi Shastri and anyone else in Indian cricket that anything that negatively affects the Indian cricket team or the cricket in India will have to face his wrath. So with this, we come to the conclusion of this video. I tried my best to find the facts between Ravi Shastri and Sourav Ganguly to analyze why this rift became relevant. While I don't know what will happen in the future, I hope Indian cricket works out for the best and we win some major trophies in the next few years. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I come up with these episodes every Tuesday at 8 PM. So make sure to subscribe and check out the other episodes from the link in the description. Thank you again for watching it till the end, and till the next one, goodbye.